Fuck it, we'll do it live.
He smokes. What just happened to the overlay?
What the heck?
Smoke weed every day.
Wait, what did happen? This isn't right. Hold on a sec.
No.
Who am I?
I had it all
Who am I?
fixed. I had it fixed. Oh, God. Hold on, folks.
Holding.
Literally, I fixed this before stream. This should have...
I blame Joe.
As
Damn
do
it,
I.
Joe.
I love him, but I blame him.
I don't think it's... I think...
I didn't do shit, to my knowledge.
Well, hello, Cascadia. How are you today? I am fantastic. I have a belly full of Mexican food, and I opened my door and it let in a nice cool breeze, which made it nice in here.
Does that look good?
I've got a belly full of Dick Malds.
Ah. I don't know what a Dick Mauled is, but you know. Twizzlers.
I was happy. I has Twizzlers. And
There
these
you
are the
go.
string Twizzlers.
I've got Silver Talon seltzers, because not sponsored, so they're not getting any brand recognition from me.
You did say in our hero approved notes from our last business meeting, it says if Dom gets a White Claw sponsorship, he will butt chug them. It's
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
That's right.
So until I am sponsored, they are Silver Talons,
Yeah.
and
hell
then
yeah.
I will start butt chugging them on stream when I actually get a sponsorship.
We did it.
Good.
I did the thing.
You
You
did
look
it.
really
Everybody's here.
dark.
Me? Yeah.
Yeah, you.
Well, I set up new lights, and now I got
It's
my
very
hat
dark.
I could be better. Just been having some
You
back
can take
pain.
my hat off.
No. Back pain is the worst, right?
I
Yeah.
agree. I got one of those memory foam mattresses, and it was a
Yep.
blessing.
It really, I did the same thing, and it's really helped with my lower back pain, but now my knees are just fucked up like a motherfucker, and I feel like an 85-year-old man. Because I'm just at
Remember
work. Back in my day.
I didn't hurt when I woke up.
So I've been doing that voice at work, messing with one of my coworkers. He's like, "You have like the perfect prospect voice." I'm like, "Thank you." Fucking play D&D all the goddamn time, so I hope I could do fucking voice, back in my day. Fucking
I'm gonna go find me some of them there whippersnappers and go shoot them with my slingshot.
Get off my lawn, you whippersnappers.
Alright.
So yeah, welcome to Hero Approved.
Yeah. What is it?
Improved Adventures of Allhaven.
Technical
The
difficulty.
geriatric version.
Welcome to Allhaven, the technical difficulties episode. I swear.
My
I
new
have
one
this
shot idea:
set up.
geriatrics in the jungle. It's like Lost, but with a bunch of geriatrics.
Here, if I do transition. There we go. Now you should be able to see the hat, and we're good.
Here we go.
All right. Listen, it's not a Fulsham Art brand stream if I don't fuck everything up for the first 10 minutes.
I know that
It's
feeling.
cool.
I know that feeling. Been there, done that.
I
man.
don't. Just kidding.
Must be
I
nice.
do. But we just blame it on interns, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn
Or
it,
when you guys
Pickles.
jump around too hard and the camera falls down, like when you RKO your
Oh.
castmates.
I have
Who
no
said that wasn't
idea
purposeful?
if any of my close-ups are gonna work for tonight. So, do
That's
we
all right.
try them and see if they're broken, or do we just play like this?
We can
I
use
say we
the
just play like
broken
this and hope
ones
for the
too.
best.
We can use
Exactly.
the broken ones.
I-
Well, hey,
I feel
listen.
like it's on
Introducing
par.
DM Thako. Let
Yay.
him know who you're playing tonight, friend.
Holy smokes, you can see my face.
Ah,
Hello there,
can.
boys and girls. I figured out how to use my camera.
Nice.
Very proud.
I am DM Thako, one of the many DMs and players on Dragons in the Dining Room, where we do a whole bunch of that D&D stuff. And when we're not D&Ding, we're playing board games or video games and chilling with all you beautiful people in Viewerland.
Hell yeah. And
True story, man. I've been there. I've seen it. He's not a
It happened
liar.
at least once.
He's a truther.
he's a truth. Oh God.
I'm a truther.
Oh no. And then we've got, if that works, maybe. Oh God, Stream Deck.
Army Stream Deck.
second. Transition over like that.
Seeing as I'm still stuck
That-
in the middle.
Wait.
Oh, nope, never mind.
Oh no, that one's broken with the screens. Why is that one broken?
We out here. We made it. We out here. We made it. We out here.
You know what? Dom, let them know who you're playing. I'll see
Hi, I'm Dragonsinthediningroom. Shit, I mean, I'm Grouchcouch and Dom.
Figure it
I'm
out.
figure it out.
Drunks in
False and
dungeons. Fuck.
Drugs and Dungeons. I am Dungeons and Dom, the chaotic child of this group. That some reason I am still allowed to be here with.
Also out of
As
focus.
much as
I know. Why do we have you out of focus,
God.
man?
I hate this. I hate this.
Put your hand
That's
up.
not me. That's not my fault.
I know
Still
it's my
teaching-
fault. I keep
We're
moving
still
around.
teaching him how to use his camera.
Oh, Thacko's all braggy now because he knows how to use his camera.
That goes
No,
all
I'm gonna-
braggy because he has a PC and I've been using a gaming laptop and I have for 40 years. I can barely
You know,
run
next-
Discord, let alone a goddamn game.
Next week next time we play, I'm gonna have this fuzzy ass camera looking like I licked it.
We'll see.
But I am Dungeons and Dom. I am playing Dr. Fatenderunk, our smart boy, our mind control-y boy, our illusion creating boy, our not necessarily a powerhouse, but if you need some stuff done with a mind, I got you. Fucking
Hell yeah.
Nice,
big
dude.
brain.
Nice.
Million IQ brain over here, even though I'm dumb as rocks.
And we gotta see if Turkey's close up is like totally fucked and broken now. Holy shit!
Finish
Okay,
that?
this one worked.
Oh, okay.
It's just my stuff that's fucked up. Fantastic.
Looks like mine's working. My name is Dr. Professor Turkey Dad, and you may refer to me as Daddy-O. That is
All
my
right,
name.
Daddy-O.
You can also check me out
Daddy-O.
as Mr. Terrible or Terror. Sorry about that. Spooky Terror. Right. So I am playing Tom Thomas, the shoveler, and I am all the things of your shoveling needs. I am the sidekick to our main man Calvin Beck, or so I think so. But I am the shoveler. That's right. And I hail here from the Grouchcouch, indeed.
Follow his OnlyFans at onlyfans.com/daddyo.
That's right.
Right.
It's actually onlyfans.com Dr. Professor Daddy-O 1.
Dr. Professor Daddy-O.
And
Dr. Professor Daddy-O the third.
I'll be
Esquire.
your game master for the night.
Our what, master?
Our game
your
master.
your game master. For the night.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Oh,
I'm cool with
however
it.
you roll, that's how you roll. Well, you're welcome to it, my friend.
I roll dice all the time. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yes.
exactly. We're gonna roll some digital dice. But I'm game
Oh, yeah.
master. I'll also be playing Calvin Beck, a magnetic powered guy who can sense metal and manipulate metal in his surroundings. And he was also taught by a desert shaman which of the desert herbs are able to be smoked to be used
It's
for
hot.
astral projection. So I can like turn
Yeah.
into a ghost and
It's
spy
fucking
on people
peyote.
and shit. But we're going to start
Peyote
off.
smell.
Last time we played was like an entire month ago, and
Indeed.
we had just finished up a quest, in which our group went out looking for some grave robbers. They found the grave robbers, beat up some bandits that were robbing these graves. Captured them, brought them back to the sheriff's station, and one of the things they recovered was this old timepiece, like a conductor's pocket watch. And when Ty Zoj was like looking at it and tinkering with it as the tinker of the group, he unlocked a sort of arcane secret that was held within this watch, and it produced a sort of like a Star Wars kind of like hologram image of a series of tunnels and caverns beneath the city to the northwest of us, called Silica Bastion.
I did notice there was a watermark in the lower right-hand corner that said GH, Gnome Hub.
Gnome Hub, exactly. Now, Ty, you know from having been to that city a few times, that like when it was getting started, a lot of the materials that built this city came from a series of mines beneath the mesa. But that like mine system and stuff has been closed down for quite some time now.
Correct, because we found ways to replicate it.
Right. Figured out ways to like synthesize your materials. So you're starting to get like, one of those like don't dig too deep kind of things, But
don't tell me what to do. Digs deeper.
Yeah. I do declare, Mr. Beauregard, digging deep is what I do. You say something about mines? I do have a shovel. In case you forgot.
I mean, it's less about how deep we go as more of the structural nature of the area. If we dig any more, we can make things fall down and that bad.
It's not about how deep you
Cascadia
go. It's
Studio
about
is
the
hosting
circumference
the stream.
of the shovel, you say.
Try telling my ex-wife that.
Yeah, it's not about how deep you go. It's all about the motion of the shovel.
It is. So yeah, you guys are currently here in Allhaven. Apparently, right there in Allhaven.
We need to get a little pin that says like "You are here," like the mall maps.
Right.
We could do that.
We don't have a.
Instead of "You are here," just bitch. You guessed it.
Here, I'll put.
Guessed it.
You can do this.
Ooh,
Put on the map. We'll use
Odie's
a picture
here.
of the Tinkerer. We're here.
Bonk.
Hey, there we go.
We should
how
probably
big the
get
shovel.
like a logo or something, and then we can have.
What
like,
if your shovel is
thing.
pierced? Weird question.
Huh.
Y'all hear
Pierced
Sprinkles? She
shovel.
said, "I can't."
I heard it too.
Hey, Theko, thank you for
What is the predecessor of Prince Albert in this time?
shovel piercings.
Tom Thomas, of course.
You gotta get the Tom Thomas.
Give yourself a Tom Thomas.
Fucking the tattoo brother. Hey, I'd like to get the Tom Thomas, please.
Are you sure there, son?
I want to get
Thank
me
you.
a reverse Tom Thomas.
Oh God.
Want to get it
That's just-
moved?
No, I want it horizontal instead of vertical.
Right.
Oh, jeez.
I want it to
Okay.
look like you put your thumb over a garden hose every time. Just. Whoosh.
And you have the reverse, which instead of taking the vertical and making it horizontal, you take the vertical and rotate it to the Z axis.
Yeah.
So it's
No, the vertical one, that's fine, but then you're going to have to sit down when you urinate, all right? That's the rule.
Just put your thumb over it. Just start.
So this is normal conversation for the first
Sprinkler.
10 minutes of a show, right?
Yeah, dude.
Like, this is every D&D
We're-
game ever.
The first 30 minutes is just us derailing with complete bullshit, and then we actually start getting into RP, and then it gets fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, as if this isn't already fun.
Totally normal. Exactly. Audie.
Look, if you don't talk about boofing in Prince Alberts with your cast members, then I don't know what you're doing.
Exactly. All right, give it to us.
This is an all
Fulham.
boof channel.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, this is so you guys, well, Ty found like this little arcane map, And if you guys remember, the bandits were talking about caves and such underneath Silica Bastion. They were like saying that there was some sort of big old payday down there that they were trying to like get prepared to go claim as their own. Like I said, Ty, you know that there were like mines and stuff down there. They had specifically been saying cave system. They weren't saying mines. They were saying cave system, which if you remember, that didn't like quite compute with you. You're like, there ain't no caves down there.
Right.
Because they're like, you know, as far as you're aware, like the
we
mine
dug a whole bunch of
itself-
mines and
yeah, like the mine itself
And-
was like sort of like Minecraft style. Like they just dug into the earth and started branch mining. Like it wasn't one of these things where there was like already a cave, you know, like that they started
Right.
finding ore or whatever. Because you know these gnomes were good at finding ore. You know they had been friends at once with the dwarves of Outer Dune over in the east. Over here, they kind of
Dude.
you know, as gnomes.
Your first quote ever, Jeff, in your channel is a good one.
it is.
Mhm.
Oh, God. Quote random. This is an all booth channel. I didn't even know I had quotes on.
You know now.
Yeah.
That's your
You
first
know
quote.
now.
We figured out as a team. I was the first one to try it, and I couldn't get it to work. And then someone flipped the command to add quote instead of quote add.
Cascadia.
So
I don't know.
so now we shout out to
I
Cascadia for
figure-
figuring out how to officially make this an all booth channel.
Well, you know, all booth all the time. But yeah, so the gnomes, if I remember, kind of got started over in Silence. Or is it Silence or Silence?
Islands.
And I figure, you know, they probably kind of came out, you know, all over. But some of the ones that got more into like
Interesting.
manufacturing and mining and stuff, I'm assuming kind of teamed up with these dwarves of our dude. Like this is one of the largest mines, if not the largest mine on the continent here. And then from
They're
there,
the ones who taught us. They're the ones who taught us.
yeah, and I figure from there, you know, you spread out even more, like all across the continent. So like having that, you know, mining knowledge from Outer Dune, the gnomes of Silica Bastion know how to like look for and find, the like mineral deposits and things like that. Which is, you know, long story short, which is why, you know, having spent a lot of time there, you were like, there's no caves, like this is just like mine tunnels. So you're a little bit confused as to why they were saying cave systems.
It could be just the fact that they don't know their head from a hole in the ground,
I mean, that's true. It's true.
but it is something that should probably be looked into, because if there's something underneath Silica Bastion we haven't found, it might be worth looking into.
Yeah, I do agree. And you know,
That
I
and
do
I was on my way to
declare.
Silica Bastion anyhow because I wanted to see about upgrading my gear.
Sounds like we have ourselves a route then. What say you, Calvin? I do follow you.
Say, well, I do, I like myself a mine. You know, we used to work as miners together there, Tom. You know, I don't see why we can't go along with our new friends and check out whatever this mysterious watch is appointing us to.
Well, all right.
Well then, we should probably go talk to a certain set of twins and see if, well, do we still have our horses? Yeah, we still have our horses. We don't have to talk to the twins.
Dom gets so sad.
I was like, wow.
Can we go talk to twins just to be safe?
Well, you know, if you want to get your groove on, we can go talk to the twins.
I feel like at this point it's kind of a good luck charm. I don't think we should start the day off. It's like having breakfast, you know? I think
Never took you
Gotta start
for
the day
being the
right.
superstitious type.
I mean, I got to go over to Sable and Gable stables anyhow, because, that's where my horse Wraith has been, spending his nights anyhow, so.
See, so we still do have to go back.
Let's go visit Gable's, Sable's stables, and yeah.
No.
Do you,
Fable and label.
I am much excited.
So the
Yeah,
group...
let's go get our horses.
Sable and Gable, I wonder what kind of wood they made their stable out of. Do you think it was maple?
I do
No,
think
that's
it was
definitely
me.
mahogany.
Oh, okay.
All right, so you guys head across town to the stables of Sable and Gable. I believe their mother's name was Mabel. But Calvin starts getting, he just sort of like walks in, starts getting his horse ready. As it's just his horse, he doesn't have to really like talk to Sable or Gable in order to get his horse. But as you guys are getting there, you do hear a sort of like an argument amongst the two, as you normally would, and they're just saying, I just don't get it, Sable. I just don't get it. He's usually all for getting with all the mares we got here. I just don't. And then he was like, "Oh, you calm down. Listen, I got a perfect plan. There was this snake oil salesman came through town the other day, and he sold me these big blue horse pills. He said we get lucky, perfect. He's gonna get right back on the horse, if you know what I'm saying. He's gonna get right back on there. We're gonna get a nice brood this year, and we're gonna be able to sell a whole bunch of horses. We're gonna be, and then welcome, friends. How's it going? We haven't seen you in quite a long time. It's been at least 48 hours.
By on the horse, do you mean figuratively or literally?
No, literally.
Perfect.
After his foray into the adventure in life with you folk, Lucky sure he just hasn't been feeling his normal duties.
I have a question for you that's been kind of floating in the back of my head since we brought your stallion back.
Yeah. Yeah.
You were trying to breed him with Cherry, right?
Well, yeah, Cherry amongst all the other
Please don't.
horses.
Please don't make me talk to them again. That was very uncomfortable.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if you had to change Cherry's name because,
The joke goes right over their heads. They do not get it at all. They're like, no, I don't change the horse's name. That'd be confusing for the horses.
Quit.
I was just wondering.
I'm the one.
No, we did.
Now
And then
I
Gabe
feel
was like,
so
"Well, Sable, you remember we did talk about changing Cherry's name to Matilda once, because we did have that one guy who could talk to horses, and he said that she self-identifies as Matilda and not as Cherry. But we already had the placards made up, and they were already installed on the stalls there. So we just keep calling her Cherry."
All right. Right.
Plus, it kind of fits the
thank you.
theme, All the lady horses, we got Cherry. One's named Walnut. One name's Chestnut. One's named Pecan. Lots of little fruits and nuts. It's a whole theme we've got going on here.
Oh.
Gotcha.
So, you're telling me this tarnation thing about how the female horses are horses, they're fruits and nuts. I thought the female horses were fruits and the male horses were nuts.
Well, no, the male horse is named Lucky.
Oh, right.
Remember, Lucky is the only stallion that they have.
No,
That's why we had to go.
We named all the. We also got Peach, on in there, and we got Nectarine. There's another horse that they're all fruits and nuts by tree bearing fruit bearing. I don't know the exact horticultural botany lineage of it at all, but yeah, we named them all after foods that grows on trees. There's a pine nut is one of them.
Okay.
You're trying, and that is what really matters.
Well, it's for the branding. We figure a strong naming convention will help the branding of our stable.
Wait, I thought it was just the two of you. Do you guys have a new stable hand named Brandon?
No, I'm saying branding in general. It's a, you know, 'cause
Oh,
one day we might
sorry.
want to expand, you know, to Mercy or to Spire or, you know, one other town or something. We're gonna incorporate one day. You know, if Lucky gets off his ass here, if this big blue pill here gets him, you know, back in the game, as it were. You know,
If that pill works, you'll start calling him Tripod.
I
we
don't.
need to make our way
But
to
he's got
Silica.
4 legs.
We need to make our way to Silica Bastion.
Mm-hmm.
I was
I
wondering
am
if
leaving before I say something I'm going to get kidney punched in for.
we're going to need ourselves a few bags of oats and grains to feed the horses along the way.
Well, sure. Yeah, we can spare some foods.
I'll give you a few coins for it too. That way you're not going
You know,
empty-handed.
Oh,
if we manage to get Lucky going again,
Mhm.
will you give us the oats and nuts for free?
You know, yeah, we can do that.
Because
And
we do
Gable's
happen
all
to
like,
have.
Shut up, Sable. Yeah, we're gonna give us some money. We always forget to get the money out of these people. There's no way we can incorporate our business if we don't charge people for things.
Honestly, if we can invest in Sable and Gable stables, if this becomes a monopoly, we will become millionaires if we invest in stocks now.
Well, Dr. for 10 Drunk, my friend, you know, I'm happy you said that because it seems that they're having troubles with their stallion. And I do know that you are good at talking to horses.
Oh God, I
Maybe
don't
you
want to
can
do.
give them a pep talk, you know.
You're fucking lucky. I like you guys.
Ah. No, we're
Oh,
not
so-
fucking
so-
lucky.
Wait, who's
Lucky's the
fucking
horse. I
Lucky?
didn't
No,
say
we
to
need to
fuck
get
Lucky.
Lucky to fuck.
I just meant for you to give him a pep talk.
I don't think that's how breeding works. You know, you're supposed to be a horse if you're gonna be fucking lucky.
See? Sable gets it.
I'm going to go talk to Lucky now before I get punched in the kidney.
Sweet.
Sable cracks one of the knuckles on his hand.
All right, so Dr. for
I
10
could.
Drunk has to give us this monologue talking to this horse. Will you put him on the big screen, please?
Oh God.
Please, yes, please.
That one.
Let us hear your let us hear your lucky pep talk.
Well, first I got to figure out what's wrong. I can't just go straight into a pep talk.
That's true. So Lucky, you walk up to the stable. You walk up to his stall within the stables there. Lucky, he's just just hanging out. You know, he's like slowly chewing on some hay. Kind of sighs. His eyes look 1,000-yard stare. He's just not he's just not here. He honestly kind of looks depressed.
I think like at this point it's less of like this business transaction that we have like made it, and more so me just taking on my profession. Now I'm not seeing Lucky as a horse. I'm seeing Lucky as a patient right now.
Fantastic.
Fair enough.
You have a couch big enough?
In my profession, you always have a couch big enough.
Always have.
And from my pocket, I Mary Poppins a full fucking horse couch.
Collapsible horse couch.
If Chaos
bad.
Cannon is here, I just have her create
Chaos
one for
Cannon
me.
isn't here. That's right.
Yeah,
She
right.
Paint us up a couch. Yeah.
I pull her over to ask her to make a couch big enough for Lucky real quick.
She paints like a really nice sort of like one of those chaise lounge kind of fainting couches for the horse.
I take a few hay bales and set up like my chair. And I pull a clipboard out of my backpack.
If this
Lucky
wouldn't be
has-
fan art right now, I don't know what would be. Horse like on a couch.
Lucky's just like laying on
In the background, Sable and Gable stables.
Yeah.
Man. All right.
Lucky's like laying on the couch. I imagine it
Like one of your French mares.
I imagine it
Hold
like just like a standard like your old like toys, that they didn't have joints. It was just more like you just like hard plastic model of a horse, and it's just inverted, so his legs are just sticking up in the air. He's just on the couch, you know. He's just
That's pretty good, dude.
Pull out the glasses from my pocket and look at my chart. So Lucky, how are you doing today?
Well, honestly, not good.
What's going on there, bud?
Well, you know, I went with those nice ladies before, you know, because they promised me a life of excitement. You know, I'm not saying life here's bad. Don't get me wrong. Like, Cherry's a nice girl, and, you know, we got all them other, all the other ladies, you know, and that's fun, but, you know, sometimes, you know, at a certain point in a man's life, he starts to want more, you know, and I just, day in, day out, you know, mount up, mount down, like it's just, you know, it's not fun anymore, you know, it's just, it's becoming, you know, just rote action that I do every day.
Have you brought this up with Stable and Gable, your concerns, the company?
I mean, I tried once, but, you know, they're always talking about branding, and I, you know, didn't want to be on the wrong end of a hot poker, if you know what I'm saying.
I immediately just want to mind blast Sable and Gable the second I hear hot poker.
You kind of get the idea that he doesn't understand what, like, commercial branding, like, as far as, like, like, product advertising means. He just thinks they're actually going to be branding them, like, with an actual brand.
I think my immediate reaction is, who the fuck hurt Lucky? And then I realized, I'm like, oh, right. He's a horse.
Yeah, that is true. He is a horse.
Because like I said, like I don't think of it as a horse. I think of it as a patient. And then reality kicks in. I'm like, oh, right. I am clinically talking to a horse.
Yes, you are. Yeah.
He's just like, yeah, just ever since those ladies took me out to that other barn, you know, I got to see some of the world. And, well, now I'm just stuck here in this barn in the old dusty corral we have out back.
Well, why don't I talk to Sable and Gable and see if we can come to a compromise of sorts, to where you can run out and see the world around you and have these adventures while still helping them with the business and still helping the ladies, which, in my professional opinion, isn't a bad setup for you.
I mean, honestly, I think I just want to retire. They need to get some new blood in here anyway. I'm not as young as I used to be. You know, I'm a going on 5 years old now.
Tell them you'll get him a donkey. They can make a mule.
They can make a what?
If a horse and a donkey get together, it makes a mule.
Okay, but then what does that do for the firm?
I don't know. Maybe he wanted to get frisky with an ass. Blessed be.
I want to go home.
Praise the Goody.
Look, I'm gonna go talk with Sable and Gable real quick. You just stay right here. I pull out like a clip, like
Can I pull out
few
my
pages,
gun?
like think Think of pretty orchards. Take him out back.
Look into the sunset.
It's so weird. Lucky told me that he wanted to work at the glue factory.
Too soon. But I give him one of those like a packet of like those ink blotch like things.
Rorschach.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I put a few like in front of him. I'm just like, take a look at these. Think of what they look like to you. I will talk to Sable and Gable, and I will come right back.
Alrighty. He starts like, you put him on the ground. He like gets off the couch. He starts like looking at one, and he like nuzzles it like and scoots it off, and like looks at the next one, like nuzzles it and like scooches it off the pile.
The fact that that horse has enough sentience to actually be listening to my advice is astronomical, and I am living for it. I want to keep him.
I mean, he can actually talk to people. Like, he can actually speak, right?
He has actual sentience, which is mind-boggling to me. Even though the man who plays me is the one who made this happen, it's still mind-boggling to me.
Fourth wall, come on.
That's like a fourth wall break and a fourth wall break.
It's like 8 walls.
16 walls.
16 walls have been broken.
Boom.
Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to Sable and Gable.
So you approach Sable and Gable, and they're like, "So is he gonna, is he back on? Is he ready to go?
We are currently at an impasse right now, as we are having issues with his wants versus your needs.
His wants don't factor into it. He's our horse. He should do what we say.
But he is still a sentient being. He is still not a person, but still a creature that we should still respect. And if we can at least respect his wants, then we could potentially go forth and find a solution for both parties.
You said a lot of big words, and I'm gonna be honest, we don't quite understand them.
Lucky wants to run around, not fuck all the time. So we need to find horses that want to fuck all the time so that you can get your business and Lucky can be happy and still help you guys.
But, wait, what are you saying? Fucking all the time's like a perfect existence. That's what we want to do. Yeah, that's what we'd want to do. We just want to fuck all the time.
And that's what quite a lot of younger folk would want. But Lucky is a growing lad. He wants to experience the world and not just fuck all the time.
I'm not sure what Dr. Fatendrunk is hinting at, but I say you get him a donkey.
A donkey?
What is with you and this donkey?
I don't know, but comedy works in threes, so I'll bring it up again in a few minutes.
They're yelling at me for a fourth wall break.
I don't know what y'all are saying, but Lucky's gonna. So what are you saying? We need to get a different stallion.
Do you know anything about farming?
I mean, we know the basics from that.
You know how you got to rotate crops? That way you don't destroy a field?
See, no, that part was lost on us. No.
Okay, see, you're destroying your field. You need at least one more stallion so that you can give Lucky a break.
I mean, can't we just put more Gatorade in his bucket?
That's not a break.
You're saying he lacks the fluids.
liquid.
Yeah. Gatorade has everything that plants need. And you said he was a plant, right? He's a farm. You
said
gotta rotate him. He's a crop.
What? I am very confused on what you are trying to bring up here.
Ignore
We're
me.
very confused
Ignore me.
all the time. Join the club.
As is tradition.
As is tradition.
Ty does have a point, though. It's not that he lacks the
So
ability.
he is a plant. All right. So,
He does-
Gable, what we
saying
need to
he-
do is we're gonna bury Lucky, and then next year we'll have multiple
you-
horses popping up. That's what we've been doing wrong this whole time.
Yeah.
We need to
That's
be
what I heard
growing
as well.
horses.
Yeah.
We need to be,
You gotta
we need to
rotate
be
them.
planting them and then growing them like potatoes.
You want to take those pills, right? The big blue horse pills, right? And you plant those in the ground.
I am going
Then you
to
get big
be,
blue stallions.
I'm going to
I
be as
bet a
honest as I
blue
can.
stallion would go for a lot of money on the market. You don't see many
you
blue
bear-
horses running around.
I am going to be entirely honest. If you bury Lucky before his time, I will make sure you are buried 6 feet deep.
Is that how deep you gotta bury a horse?
I don't know. But it's not that he lacks the physical drive, it's the mental drive. He needs a break.
I mean, I guess we could renegotiate a contract when his time's up, and we could maybe offer him some vacation days.
I feel like that would be
But no
needed, but also
PTO.
someone
We'll give him
to
vacation
get-
days, no PTO, and we're gonna roll back his medical insurance.
I look over at Ty and Tom. I'm sorry, does this horse have a better health insurance plan than we do?
There's a good
Well.
possibility.
Does Lucky have dental?
Well, yeah, I mean, horse teeth. I mean, that's like their bread and butter, you know? If a horse's teeth ain't good, then they can't eat. And if they can't eat, well, then they just starve to death. So, of course, he has dental.
That's true.
I-
That horse
I'm
has
gonna-
pretty good health insurance, almost as good as my shovel.
I am going to have to get with the Adventuring Guild in order to rework my contract because this is absolute horse shit. No pun intended.
I
No,
mean, we just got
I'm-
him. We just
100%
got him
full.
a 501k.
Well, jeez. Well, all right,
I
vacay days.
this
All right,
I
you
am
get him.
personally
You get him
portfolio
back in the saddle, so to speak, pun intended, and we'll offer him 2 weeks vacation a year.
And a donkey.
is
But he loses
much as I don't
sick
understand
days.
as much as I don't understand this whole donkey talk, I do believe that getting a switch hitter, for lack of a better term, would assist with production, reproduction. I am uncomfortable talking about horses in a business
Fertilization.
Well,
I
if
am
we were to
uncomfortable.
expand our inventory, then that means we're gonna need more capital, and that means we would be needing an investor. Are you saying you're gonna invest in Sable and Gable Stables? That way we can expand our product line?
I'm actually,
If
I'm of
if
mind. We
you-
could help.
If you promise to take care of Lucky and his needs and listen to what he truly wants, I would be willing to invest. But as a licensed doctor, I do need to look out for my patients, and his concerns come first.
Well, I guess. There ain't.
Isn't there such
while
a
our
thing
family
as...
tree may look like a fence post, I suppose we don't see too many other two-headed folks running around here. I guess a little bit of diversity might be good for horses.
They look like a
I
post.
apo-
What the-
I apologize. I just threw up in my mouth.
Isn't there such a thing as horse and doctor confidentiality?
I do have a confidentiality agreement, but in a case where I have been given authorization from my client to discuss his business meetings, at this point, I'm not held liable for confidentiality.
Well, all right.
At this specific moment.
At this point in time, Ty has this completely glazed over look with his head slightly tilted to the side as he's trying to imagine a family tree that looks like a fence post.
Don't think about it too hard there, little guy.
Can I?
just
Do I
my
have-
uncle
do I
brother,
see-
my uncle brother,
I see-
mother, aunt is Mabel. Okay, just don't think about it too hard.
Do I see that Ty is confused on this aspect? Like, does he make any like reference like that is what he is thinking of, or is it just
The
complete
moment-
just?
The moment that phrase was uttered, Ty's head just goes doink.
I cast an illusion of what a family tree that was a fence post would look like, but only make it so Ty can see it, so everyone else doesn't see it. But he just sees just a full family tree. And all it says is like it's Sable, Gable, Mabel, and then a bunch of question marks because I don't know the rest of their names.
Cannot compute. Cannot compute. Cannot compute.
You know, there have been some rumors around town that perhaps it's like a fence post because it's more of like a budding situation. Some people think Gable's just gonna fall off one day and then grow a new body, and there will be two of them.
I don't know if that would be a better or worse thing for business. I feel like, for no offense, I feel like your situation creates a very interesting business opportunity.
Quite.
Well, we're quite interesting people.
Yes, you
Yeah,
are.
I mean, obviously, we spend a whole hour of our show hanging out with you. Every time. Every time.
I don't show.
What show?
Oh, yeah, fourth walls and donkeys. You don't know nothing about it. But I will tell you, you're great.
I feel like with Dr. Pretenderung's like intelligence, he might understand the fourth wall break and is like, it's almost like Deadpool where like he understands it, but just low key just drops and just doesn't say anything else about it. Like he'll look off in a direction where like the camera would be put like at, but everyone's like, "What are you looking at?" I'm like, "Oh, nothing. Don't worry about it."
All right.
All right. Well, you know, if you guys are gonna invest in our stables, then you know we'll front you the food for your journey. You know, if you need anything else, you might want to head to the general store. You know, it's quite a long ride out there to Silica Bastion. You know, most people take the train, but you know, if you want a couple horses, that's fine too.
Well, we have the ones that we got from you earlier, so
And I don't need a horse. I've got my shovel.
Yeah,
That's right.
probably. You
And
know,
I
it's about
think-
2 days. It's about a 2 days ride. 2.5 days out there, Silica Bastion by a
I
horse.
think it would be nice for us to get out in the town and start viewing the scenery.
Mm.
we also have somebody to keep an eye out for too. Your not so pleasant boss that you no longer work for.
Oh right, yeah, that's a thing. Remember the guy who hired you guys to kidnap, like to rob the
At the
train,
train.
and then turns
Oh,
out
yeah.
there's no people on it. Remember
That
that way
guy.
back?
Oh, yeah,
way
they're
back
not,
like
they're
3
not-
days ago.
Don't worry, Sable, they are not talking to us. I was gonna say,
Yeah,
we're
we were
self-employed.
sorry.
We don't got a house.
Sorry, we were not talking to the two of you. Apologize for the misconception.
All right. So yeah, I think a quick 2 days travel to Silica Bastion, mostly because I want to see if the location is near the base of the tower, as opposed to elsewhere.
Gotcha.
Do you guys have any like business patches that I could sew onto my vest as like a sponsorship?
Oh no! The moment
As
you
a-
start
as a-
doing that, we're only going to be able to take left turns.
I'm an investor.
No, but now if someone doesn't make Sable and Gable Stables merch to say hero approved on them, I'm gonna be mad.
We'll be right on that.
It's like it's almost like you literally read my mind. Is what I was trying to shamelessly do in character without trying to
Somebody
say.
needs to do this thing. All right.
We'll take some of your investment capital and get right on that.
Maybe
I
the
had
shirt
this
can even
great
say approved
idea.
Adventures of Allhaven.
We'll call it a Letterman's jacket.
I don't know how that would mesh with my style, but I will agree to these terms.
Letterman.
It'll be great. It'll be a jacket
You mean
with
like
an alphabet on it.
Well, 'cause
Mailman? I
no,
ain't
it's
no
like
mailman.
it's like a men's jacket with a bunch of letters on it, so it's a letterman's jacket.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then,
Or you can only wear it late night on TV.
Mm.
I'm gonna make a top 10 list of ideas that go along with Letterman's jackets.
Welcome to
Alright.
Watch All Haven.
Do you guys grab the just smash cut away
Broke me.
from Sable and Gable.
Wait, I'm not done with my business transaction with Michael.
You Dr. Fatendrunk, you grab your cards, the ink blots from Lucky. He
I
tells
leave a business card so that you can contact me whenever.
Yeah. You leave him a business card. He eats it because he doesn't have pockets or hands. But yeah, you take back all the ink blots.
So that he knows how to hold on to it.
Yeah, it's weird. He says they all look like crying clowns, even the ones that clearly don't look anything like crying clowns.
Like a
Aw.
butterfly.
Yeah.
Crying clown.
One is actually like a depiction of like a city skyline. He's like, it still looks like a crying clown to me.
One is literally just a smiley face, like it's not even like an ink blotch, and it's still a crying clown.
Yeah, exactly. One is an actual contract. Anyway, you grab your cards, you get your you all get your stuff, and you start heading out over to Silica Bastion there. I'm gonna roll here for some random encounters. Not bad. All
He's
right.
got physical dice.
I do have physical dice. I like to roll
What are
those
those?
for the secret rolls. So you guys make it to
Everybody was
Silica
drinking at the same
Bastion without any problems. You have like a couple of like non-combat encounters. You know, you got like you got like some weird lingering fog the morning that you like get to Silica Bastion, and you heard some like coyotes in the night, but nothing like came too close to you guys as you were traveling along. When you guys get to Silica Bastion, you see how whoops. Can I zoom in? Weird. It's the manual thing. You can see here at Silica Bastion. There's like a stables at the foot of the mesa, because to get to the actual city, you have to climb a whole shitload of stairs. But horses,
We haven't invented escalators yet.
yeah, I haven't invented escalators.
It's
The
an escalator.
other ways to get to the top is, you know, if you travel by airship, they got a bunch of airship docks that you can see, like looking up. There's like a whole, you know, fleet of airships, and by fleet I mean there's like a good half dozen of them. They're not like a super common mode of transportation out here in the old old west, as it were. But you know, if you're
The
rich
old
enough, you know, you can definitely have one. But they got some, you know, airship docks up there. You can see kind of on the scaffolding, like sticking out from the top of the mesa. And you know, they don't. Yeah, they do have like a freight elevator But it's not like transporting people up and down. It's like transporting like big heavy cargo and stuff, like machinery and things like that.
We're not worried
Are
about
people
going
riding
up.
with it if they have big heavy machinery?
I mean, yeah, there's like workers and stuff who like handle the machinery that go up and down with it.
So like, hear me. If I created an illusion to make it look like I was pushing a giant thing of machinery, would we feasibly be able to take the elevator?
Yes.
That was with a
I
question
would.
mark.
I think that would mean I think you'd have to make the illusion, and then is there some kind of like is there like a way for people to like see through your illusions or something? I think there's like maybe an intellect
if they physically,
check or something.
I believe if they physically interact with it. Let's double check at the book, which I still need to fucking pull up. I knew I forgot to pull up something. God damn it!
Yeah, right. That's exactly what I was thinking.
I was looking at all my tabs. I'm just like, there's something I'm missing. There's something I'm missing. I'm like, oh right, the handbook, so I know all the rules. Damn it! I know if they physically like interact with the illusion. I know it messes with it.
It's just called illusion.
What
Yeah,
a
there it is.
bean. Yeah. It's like create illusions.
No, he doesn't.
What's your illusion? Like, can you create like smells and all that other stuff?
Let's see how many ranks I have into it. I think I have it at 2 rank. Like I have it at a rank to where I can do 2. So I think I do like sight and hearing. Illusion. I have 4 ranks of illusion.
Does visuals you have rank 4 illusion?
I have rank 4 illusion. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it says visual senses count as 2 ranks. So yeah, you have probably sight and smell, and hearing maybe. You do smells?
Yeah, I think that's how I did it, to where like I could have like the most realistic illusions that I could, because it's a subsect of like my mind power. So like it's basically one of those things like I have to keep concentration on. Like I can't read someone's mind while creating an illusion.
All right. So what you have 4 ranks, you said. So your DC is a 14. And I don't have like, these are just like normal NPCs that don't have any like boons or banes to their stats. So it's just gonna be a D20 roll for the guy like working the elevator. We'll see what happens. Rolling the dice. He got 14.
Match the 14.
He matched the 14.
I hate my life.
Do you like roll up on this? You like really putting a good show in there. The guy gets up there and he says, son, I don't know what you're trying to pull, but this here elevator is for actual working machinery. Like, I don't even know what that is. I mean, I know it's not real, but I don't even know like what you was trying to trick me with here. I mean, what sort of? It's like a cart, but like without horses on it. Like that ain't even a real thing, son. I don't know what you trying to pull.
Trying to pull what? And as I say that, the illusion disappears as he doesn't see anything at all.
He's like, well, the stairs is around that way. You know, we gotta keep this elevator clear for, big heavy things getting lifted up and down. I'm sure you understand.
I do understand, but we do have big heavy things that need to be lifted up and down, and I look over at Ty.
I mean, he's not wrong.
All right, we'll go take the stairs.
But we got to do a little bit of investigating first. We got to check out the base of this thing and see if there's any cave structures.
Mm.
Oh, right. We have things
Also,
to
we
actually.
should probably put our horses in the stable, and
Yep.
just for fuck's sake, maybe we could see how much the airship costs. And I'm just gonna fly my shovel up, so this is just for y'all. Well, I mean, I'll hang out with y'all. I'll fly alongside, but you're my friends, you know. But
I'm imagining you're like in the bewitched pose, just like riding the side saddle on your fucking.
have you
on
seen
your shovel.
what is it, Seven Deadly Sins, with the guy who loafs on that pillow all the time, just flying through the sky
King.
next to the king? Yeah, I'm
Yep.
doing the king thing. Yeah.
Nice. Tight. I like it.
All right, but yeah, we need to check out down here first. So I'm gonna.
All right, give me an investigation check. I think they have investigation, right?
That means I
I would
actually
assume
have
so,
to
yeah.
open up my character sheet.
I also think investigation is one that you need to be trained in to actually use. Because there's weird
Well, I
things in
have-
this.
Investigation is just a regular check.
Oh, that
What'd you
I
get?
believe
That looks like a critical fail.
is a critical fail.
I guess I'll start looking around as Ty looks like a lost motherfucker.
Still trying to think
I-
about this
I
fence
am up
post
high.
family tree thing.
Wow. Man, with a plus fucking 5, I still beefed it.
I am up high.
All right. So you guys are kind of like all taking your own like little sections of the of,
I
like
rolled
the
a
base of
4.
this thing. I kind of spend some time like looking around. None of you find any like entrance ways from like the base of this mesa into like any kind of mine shafts or anything like that.
As we're walking around and finding Jack and Squat, I'm gonna turn around and look at our friend Calvin.
Yeah.
How about you use that metal sense thing, and maybe you can find something that could help us?
Calvin kind of closes his eyes for a minute and like holds a couple fingers up to the temple of his head, and kind of like a couple seconds go by and he's like, yeah, there's oh man, there's a lot of metal just in general around these parts. This whole place is just inundated with machinery and metallic structures and stuff up top. But down below, I certainly, felt iron. Like, I kind of got the sense that the iron was like in long, thin strips, kind of paralleled with each other. I'm assuming it was like mine track or something, like railroad track, for like mine carts. And
Yeah, well,
stuff.
we had a bunch of mining stuff going on inside there, but you didn't sense anything bigger than that.
I mean, pretty far down, almost on the edge of my perception. I found some like untouched veins of iron and gold and stuff like that, but nothing. I mean, some machinery that's presumably some leftover mining equipment and things like that. I didn't sense like any like. I don't think I sensed any like big metallic doors or anything like that along here at the surface. Just what I assume is like the machinery and things that work the elevator and some
Basically,
metallic bits in the barns.
What you're saying is donkeys, right? That's my word for fourth walls,
What is
DM
with
has
you and
written-
Donkey today?
I don't
The DM has written for us to go up to the top of Silica Bastion, so we must do it.
So I want to make my way back around to the elevator.
How about a railroad? Am I right? Get it? It's like we're in the west, and fuck it, I'm gonna go upstairs.
You make your way back to the elevator, and you see that there is like a shipment coming down right now. And the guy on there is kind of like, those they're like kind of like they look like bike handle brakes, but like on a big lever. He's kind of like pumping it, kind of like slowing it down a little bit, like so it doesn't just drop and like destroy everything. And he's like, you need help finding them stairs there, son. He's like, I told you it was back around that way. He's like, I'm kind of busy here. He's like trying to like manually break this like giant elevator shipment coming down from the top.
Need some help there?
He's like, nah, man, this is my job. This is what I get paid to do. I'm good, you know, as long as there ain't no distractions.
Well,
Like he keeps pumping the brakes a little bit. Eventually, the
Is there
like gets to the ground and you see a whole bunch of like big wooden crates and stuff, and they start loading these onto some wagons and such that are down here on the ground level.
we
do
got
know
a couple.
the elevators, just like the air docks and stuff, they are on the western side, and you're not sure where these carts are going. You don't know if they're just pointed west because of, you know, getting the carts and loading the stuff in the back of them, or if they're actually going to be heading out towards Spire. That is like the city to the west of here.
But what if I gave you a couple of coins? Could we get a lift?
He kind of like looks over his left shoulder, kind of looks over his right shoulder. He said, I might be able to be persuaded. How much you talking about?
well,
I'm gonna, because we got ourselves a decent sized reward, I'm gonna hand him a gold piece for each of us.
nice.
Minus Tom Thomas, because he's gonna shovel his way up.
Ah, well, fine.
He takes
you did make a big comment.
Right on the cool elevator.
He takes your coins, and he says,
He chucks him in a well because he doesn't accept that currency. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, you bitch.
oh god, yeah, I forgot. Like, what? Does Silica Magic even take gold coins? I remember
Silica
vaguely
Bastion
that we
would take-
did talk about like different currencies and shit.
Well, I mean, we
Silica
aren't there
Bastion,
yet.
because of the fact that those dirigibles go everywhere, they take all forms of currency.
Okay, gotcha.
Sweet.
Yeah,
So like a trading post.
so yeah, he takes your gold
Yeah.
coins and he's like, all right, fine. When you guys get up to the top there, he's like, actually, no, you know what? Make a persuasion check. He's good to have just the 4 coins to himself, but there are like other workers and stuff that are going to be heading back up on this elevator to load more stuff, and they're going to be, you know, this they're going to be this undetermined factor as to whether or not your ruse goes off at the top.
I've created another illusion.
That would be a 16.
A 16.
That's what I was thinking when the reason I started busting up laughing when he said distraction, I was like, is someone gonna do an illusion to distract this man? Sorry, that's why I was laughing.
Sorry, the last time I tried to distract this man in particular, he saw right through it, so I didn't.
That's
think
very
it was-
true. That's very true.
Alright,
If,
so-
if he was not the same gentleman that saw through the illusion the first time, I would be more willing to throw illusions and do.
So yeah, I'm
to the matter.
thinking a 16 is good enough. He's like, yeah, the 4 gold pieces, man. That is a lot of gold pieces. You know what? That'll cover me and the guys' drinks for the whole night. So he gets like the 4 other workers to kind of like go along with the ruse here, you know, as like you guys are like new workers and stuff, and that you guys once you get up there, that you're gonna have to, in air quotes, report to the head office before you're allowed to actually start working. And, just because you're new hires, they decide to let you ride up on the elevator, kind of get used to the fact that there's, like, no railings. It's just, like, a giant wooden platform with, like,
Right.
chains
Oh,
on
dear
each
God.
corner heading up to, like, one main chain that goes up. Like, it ain't safe. So they're like, yeah, these guys, they're just getting used to riding the elevator. And once you get up to the top, like, it's hundreds of feet up in the air. Like, it is huge. Like 400 or 500 feet up in the air, like a huge mesa. And once you get up there,
Cannonball.
one of them like heavy smacks Faten drunk on the shoulder, and you kind of like take a precarious step towards the edge of the platform, as you as this guy's like, oh god, like hits you on the shoulder. And they're like, yeah, we were just getting these newbies used to the elevator. Now you guys run along to the head office there and sign your waivers and all that stuff for accidental injury clauses and whatnot.
Yep. We'll be back very shortly. Thank you.
What about non-accidental injury clause? And I look over the fucking 500-foot ledge.
I made a kidney
And
punch
as you're
you to
looking
find
over
out.
the edge, I just kind of float up, and I'm like, "Hey guys, what did he say about a waiver?"
Cheater.
So yeah, the four of you, end up, heading into the town of Silica Bastion. You can see this is like, I mean, first of all, how many of you have actually been here before? I know Calvin has not been to Silica Bastion before.
I may have passed through.
I'm a fan of going in the ground, not above it. Not
Fair enough.
not. I like holes, not
So,
whatever this is. This is a reverse hole, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean,
Not a fan.
I think aren't all cities a reverse hole?
Well, if they're on weird hill things, yeah.
So
It's like a nipple.
Called a mesa.
Mesa.
So
There
for
you go.
Calvin and for Tom specifically have never been here before. You said for 10 drug may have like passed through once or twice. You guys can
Definitely
see...
one of those like pass through. He didn't spend a lot of time here, but definitely one of those like pass through to get to another town kind of thing. Probably like to like passing through to head to the Spire, or like passing through to head to Mercy.
So you guys are like walking in from like the airship docks, and you can see like everything here is like manufactured from like metal or some kind of like artificial material. Like you don't see much like wood construction or like Adobe or like any kind of like rock or anything like that. It's a lot of
Adobe.
it's like a lot of like really heavily manufactured kind of stuff. You even see like for like on this illustration here that I drew, there's like cogwheels like sticking out the sides of buildings. Like some of the buildings have these like giant arms on them. Some of the arms are like used for like what you would expect like giant arms to be used for, like lifting up like machinery, like moving it like from place to place, kind of like shipping from like manufacturing centers. Some of the arms are actually on buildings that are partially built and are currently building themselves. Like
what?
They're like picking up raw like material and like holding it in place, and like another arm like comes up and starts like welding it like on, and they're like almost like these buildings are like autonomously just creating skyscrapers like as you like walk through like the more industrial district in town. I want you guys to go ahead. I know there's like a lot of things that you guys are looking for. So if you have like any like expertise in like streetwise, or if you want to use like insight or investigation, yeah, I think those would be like the skills there to kind of find the various things that you're looking for.
I think I want to try insight to see if there's anyone in the area that's like acting a little bit suspicious, or looks like they're kind of like guarding something that doesn't seem like it should need guarding.
Okay.
I'm not going to be investigating or anything.
Oh, I double clicked.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Dirty.
Okay.
My
I'm
mouse has been acting stupid. I need to get a new one.
Right.
Did you say street
I'm
smarts?
going to try and find my way to the surveyor's establishment.
Gotcha.
Dirty 20.
So while we're waiting for Thako to roll here, Dom, you definitely see a guy. Oh
Good
no! Second, no! Oh my god!
Second.
Like third roll of the night, 2 critical fails. That sucks, dude. Dom,
Roll 20.
though, you
Roll 20, take it away.
Dom, you happen to see like you're kind of like walking past so you're like going through like more of the industrial like shipping district and stuff like that, which is very close to like where the airships and like the giant freight elevator is. And you see a sort of like building. It's like made out of like corrugated steel, you know, kind of rusty. There's like a few one of the few wooden things you do see. There's like some wooden like window shutters that are kind of like half hanging off the hinges and sort of broken. It looks just like a rundown sort of like ramshackle shack that's like built, you know. It looks like maybe a domicile of sorts. But there are 2 rather burly looking dudes. One's got like a long gun. And then the other one you can see he's got like 2 pistols like on his hips. And they're just standing there kind of like arms folded, standing out in front of this like door that's like I'd say like it used to be painted red, but the paint's definitely peeling. There's like rust. And you can see like there's like one of those rectangular kind of windows in the door that has like the little thing that can like slide back and forth, you know, so the person inside can like see who's outside. Seems odd that there would be 2 like big burly dudes hanging outside this. They're not like it doesn't look like they're on a smoke break either. Like they're just, it looks like they're actually like out front of this building for a reason.
I want to try to do my mind reading on one of them and see if I can get a sense of like, usually if people like are on guard, they're usually thinking of what they're guarding, or like what they're looking out for.
Okay.
So I would like to try if I can.
So there's one guy, the guy with the long gun. He's kind of like squinting and watching the people go past, and then the other guy doesn't seem to be paying as much attention.
I definitely feel like I'd be looking at the one who's looking out, because I feel like the one who's not really paying as much attention is, I'm gonna try and read his mind. He's gonna be like, I like the pretty birds. Birds are pretty.
My family tree was a fence post.
All right. How's your mind like thought reading stuff work? Is that, do you just
so
roll,
to use
or do
mind
I
reading,
roll, or...
make an opposed effect check against the results of the target's will check. Degree of success,
Gotcha.
the degree of success determines the degree of contact.
Cool. Well, he's gonna.
So I make a check.
17.
Yep, he makes
for
a
his
will check, and then. Well, let's see if I do any better. Opposed check. Yeah.
You're having an off
Got
day. This guy, you know, at the freight elevator, seeing through your illusions, like really thrown you. But you know, just keep it in mind that there's like this weird, like potentially like residential building that's got like 2 dudes out front. You know, keep it in mind, like we can always circle back around at a different time of day, unless there's like a different tactic you want to take.
Walk up to him and then be like, "Hey, fellas, how's it going? Working hard or hardly working?"
as you walk up to these guys and say that, the one who's sort of like just sort of in his own headspace kind of like snaps out of it, like looks you up and down, and then the guy with the long gun, he's like says, "Who are you, looking all dirt of faced with a shovel in hand?"
All right, straight to business, you say then. Well, I have to tell you, boss sent me up here because both you guys have been doing a bad job looking out.
He kind of like pulls his long gun up a bit, and then you see the other guy like put his hand like on one of his pistols. And he's like, the guy who was talking to you with the long gun, he's like, "I highly doubt that, son." Like,
You do know who I am, right? Are you threatening me? You might want to figure out who I am first.
he does, you make a perception check, actually.
Okay. Yeah, 20.
Oh god, yeah, I'm not even gonna roll for that. With a 20, you see him. He's like slowly, like he's got like his hand like on the. He's like cocking the hammer back on the long gun.
Yeah.
I want to try a crazy thing.
Sure.
Well, before he does that, I'm going to hold up my shovel
Do you think?
and prep it, next to me. He won't think nothing of a shovel. I'm a miner. I'm going to hold it up real close to...
He's gonna say, "I highly doubt that you were sent by the boss, because the boss is inside."
I want to.
Well, yeah, he sent me yesterday, but I'm late, I had some holes to dig.
To even more of a reason why you wouldn't be taken over for us.
Oh, I didn't say I was taking over for
like,
you.
Tom,
I was
like,
just-
you're like what, like 5 foot something? Like, how tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
6'2". These guys, you're about their height. They still got like 2 inches on you, and they're like big. Like they got muscles and stuff. Pretty high strength, I would assume, on these dudes. They're wearing like tight black t-shirts. They got sun specs on. Like dark
Okay.
shades.
Well, I'm just
Mr.
going to be like,
Swayze
well,
from Roadhouse.
I didn't say I was taking over your post. Boss just told me to come here to tell both you nerds that you're doing a bad job. All right, have a good day. Wait, but first I know Dom wants to do something, so...
As he's doing this, on the guy who looks a little bit more out of it, I would like to try and mind control him.
Sure. Okay.
Okay, we'll
Is that
scratch the
another
last thing I
will
said.
check against your affliction DC, right?
You can impose your will on others, forcing them to obey your commands. Targets failing a will resistance check against your effect DC first become dazed, then compelled, and then trying to fight off your influence. Finally, 3 or more degrees of effect, the target becomes controlled and obeys any command you give.
All right. So he's gonna roll a 9.
Nice.
Gotta love commoners with their 0 modifiers.
Right?
So what's your DC?
It's a DC 14 because I have 4 ranks in mind
Okay,
control.
so he fails by 5, so I believe that is a rank 2.
So he is confused, if that was not already obvious.
I mean,
Compelled.
he's compelled. So compelled
Yes.
means you get to tell him what one thing that he can do. You can make him move, or you can make him do an action, but he cannot do both a move and an action.
The action I want him to do is pull his gun out on his buddy.
Make him
Alright,
say
yeah.
something. Like, this is Tom Thomas. This is the boss's right-hand man. Sorry.
And my mind control is progressive and subtle, so they don't realize I'm doing it. And if he continues to fail his will checks, it will increase it, and then I will have complete control of him.
Gotcha. So yeah, he pulls his gun out on the. He pulls out one of his pistols on the dude with the rifle. And do you make him say anything, or does he just pull his gun out?
If I can make him say anything, I would like to, but I don't know. Like,
because with the move and action, I don't know. Like with at this.
I mean, talking is
At
just
this
a
stage,
free thing.
Yeah, I think I get him to say like, don't you dare disrespect Tom Thomas ever again. This man was sent by the boss. It is his right to enter on in.
Yeah, so he kind of says that, but it's like because he's only
little
compelled
off.
right now. Yeah, he's like, don't you disrespect the boss. This is Tom. He's good to go in. He's like trying to like struggle, like, you know, fight it off.
Mhm.
And then the other guy, like, he pulls his rifle on him. He's like, what the hell you talk about? We don't know no Tom Thomas. He ain't the boss's right hand man. That's Jim Jimmy's. He's the boss's right hand man.
Oh, dude,
I'm gonna have
you
to-
got to do
I'm-
something
You
about this.
telling
It
me
looks like,
that
it
Jim
looks like
Jimmy-
he's.
Go ahead, Becker.
It's getting ugly. It's getting ugly. I mean, your buddy here. How dare he talk to you like this?
All right, I'm gonna roll.
That's right.
another-
You mean to tell me that Jim Jimmy's took my job?
Oh god.
He knew I was going for that.
He is now completely controlled, as it is progressive.
Yeah, so you can just take over for that guy now.
He's shooting him in the face.
Holy shit. All right. Yeah, I
Don't
mean,
disrespect Tom Thomas.
yeah, they just have like AC of 10 or whatever. So let's see here. If I could shoot him. All right, so he definitely connects, and then the guy who's gonna try and resist the damage gets up 4. Dude, yeah, he fucking shoots him like right in the face, and like I'm pretty sure. Okay, so wait, let me see here.
It's just the one thing Doc
That's
always
three-
wanted to do.
Like
with
he
this
goes,
character.
he just goes
Literally,
down. Like these
it's
dudes.
someone
What
to
am I? Like,
fire
I
on
don't
somebody.
even. I forgot. I don't even need to look up like the damage things. You guys are just minions. They're not like actual
Yeah.
like big buff like dudes. I mean, they are buff dudes, but they're just minions. The way this like minions work in this game is like if you damage them at all, they go down. Which, yeah. So you guy you control pulls out his gun. He says, "Don't you disrespect the boss!" And as soon as that other dude pulls his like rifle on him, he's just like fucking shoots him right in the face. That guy, he like, you know, just boom, like the whole like right like through the like left eye, just like blows out the side of his head. Fucking he goes down, and then the other guy's like still kind of like twitching in the eye, you know, because like you don't hold this forever. But he kind of like opens the door for you guys to go inside.
As I walk by, I'm going to use my prosthetic arm and go thunk and do the whole knockout thing.
All right. Make a close ranged attack for me, like a melee attack on this guy.
I was gonna be more
Oh my
brutal, but I
God.
appreciate you going for this.
I keep critical.
I'm done.
As-
I am done.
If I still have control, I'm just gonna. If I still have control, I'm just gonna make him off himself, just so we can walk on in after he's opened the
Yeah,
door.
if you
I mean,
missed,
you
then
do.
technically.
You
Yeah.
do still have control of him.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, Ty, you try and like, you go to like bonk him on the head, and you realize you're a gnome, and this guy's 6'4". You're not gonna bonk him on the head. Hey, so you can like raise your
Gnomes
fist,
can
and then
jump.
you raise your fist, and then you just get disheartened. You're like, no.
Good night, Cascadia.
Good
Thank you
night.
for hanging out with us. We appreciate you.
The
I think I
Sweet
see-
dreams.
I see Ty start going for this, and I try and let it happen. Then I see him just get like disheartened, and I'm just like, God damn it! All right, and he just
yeah,
straight to the temple.
just straight up. He's just boom. Gun
I'm gonna have to
beneath
do
chin,
something about making my legs longer.
blows his freaking
Yeah.
brains out. Body like crumples to the ground.
In
All
my
right,
defense,
so
in my defense,
Doc-
we never harm them.
Doc, why are we going in here?
I got a vibe, and also with Tom's investigation, the boss is in here. So
Yeah,
either
I
this
just
is
asked him and they told me. So
either
Okay.
this is the guy we're looking for, or this is a whole other thing that's happening.
yeah,
Either way, we
This
have free
It's a
reign right now.
brand new city, so
they're
Want
all
to
like
follow
just
you two because apparently I'm useless today.
And
all right.
welcome
so
back.
Calvin is
Welcome
just
back.
like, I don't. You all that. Well, I don't even. He kind of just.
Hey.
I don't.
What
How did?
man, we
that
didn't do anything.
escalated
They
quickly.
fought each other.
I agree, boss.
That-
I
that
walk into this
escalated
place. What do I see when we enter?
So you walk into this establishment, and you guys are met with like an entire saloon of people, drinking and stuff, hooting and hollering. They don't seem to have heard any of the commotion outside. It's kind of loud in here. You gotta go down like a hallway to like get to like the inner door. But like once you get in there, like, you know, you guys couldn't really hear a lot of the commotion. It's a loud city, you know, there's like a lot of machinery and a lot of like construction happening. In fact, you don't even think that people just in the streets heard anything going on, you know. A loud bang could have been a gun, could have been an engine backfiring. You don't know.
Very
You
true.
know, in a city like this. When you get inside, this looks like just a rough and tumble, dark, seedy kind of like saloon, but like the kind that you would see in like almost like a sci-fi kind of setting. Lots of like metal,
Okay.
right? Like it's not your
it's
standard
not like-
Western saloon with like wooden tables and
I was
shit.
literally thinking
What?
Cantina
Burrito
Man
shot
style.
first.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You see like there's you know, sort of like horseshoe shaped metal bar like in the middle, you know, with like a giant kind of like this centerpiece. Almost think of it like the power symbol of like a computer, you know? It's got like the bar that comes down and then the circle kind of around it. And like the centerpiece is like attached to the back wall and it has like all the bottles of liquor and stuff on it. And then the bar itself is kind of like a horseshoe shape around it. People are like, you know, getting drinks and stuff. There was like a band playing, you know, music and whatnot. And then, you know, there's just like, you know, sort of big, like these big like I-beams kind of like making these long bench like tables and like people sitting on stools around them and stuff. Like it's all very industrial, like metal girders and like that kind of shit like in here. Little lights, like little incandescent light bulbs hanging down like you know, in places. Gives it this like dark kind of orange glow to this place.
I
Saying
am
because
very
we're in
uncomfortable, and
Silica
I'm going
Bash.
to.
Oh, sorry, what was that? What was that, Theka?
We both started talking this. Go ahead, Theka.
I was gonna say, I'm guessing because we're in Silica Bastion and this is a metal bar, the band that's playing is 3-inch nails.
Yes.
I quit.
There's a whole bunch of
I am a
gnomes.
meat.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of
If only
gnomes
I had
except
known.
for the bass player, which is actually 2 gnomes. One is standing on the other one's shoulders doing the fretting, and the other one is playing the strings down at the bottom of the stand-up bass.
Impressive.
It's actually really complicated bass parts. You would need 4 hands to be able to play it. It's a pretty unique sound, you know?
This is definitely not my jam, and I am going to go hide in the bathroom because I am uncomfy as hell.
I'm gonna
Fair
go to the
enough.
bar, sit down. Gonna order a dark silicon ale, of course, because it's a metal bar. Work in Silicon Valley, and then I'm gonna ask the bartender. I'm gonna say, "Hey, well, who's behind the bar? Who do I see there?"
You see behind the bar, you know, there's like a lot of like gnomes kind of like jetting around, like taking food to like tables and stuff. But the guy behind the bar is actually a dwarf.
Nice.
He like walks in, you see him, he's like pouring a drink to some human, and he like kind of slides a whiskey glass down the bar. And it's like you walk up to him, he takes a long puff of like a cigar, and he says, "New blood, what are you gonna have?"
Well, I'll take a dark silica if you got 'em.
Oh, the silica stout, huh?
That's right.
Like, a good choice. Good choice.
Yeah.
We only got that and rusty nails here. And
Oh,
he
wow.
pours you a pint of like this dark, like real thick syrupy stout. And like puts
Nice.
it on.
I'm not gonna drink it. I just wanted to look cool. I'm gonna say, so, what's a bad guy, real rough and tough kind of guy like me and you got to do to find a job around here? You know where the boss is?
Roll a persuasion check for me.
Nice. Can I get advantage for my cool stuff? No? Okay. All right.
You have
we go,
hero
persuasion.
points that you can use.
Does that give me advantage?
Let me open up the.
You can re-roll.
I think hero points do
Okay.
allow you to re-roll, but give me a second. So hero points allow you to edit a scene, to grant your hero an advantage by adding or changing certain details. Heroic feats, you gain the benefit rank of advantage you don't already have. So like, the advantages are, remember, like kind of like feats in this game. You can improve your roll. You can re-roll a die and take the better of the two. Yeah, you can kind of get hints to solve a problem.
Well, I got a 20. We're fine.
Yeah.
Well,
He says, well, he kind of like leans in. He's like, just between the two of us here, boss ain't been seeing people in a while, but I have heard tale that one of the other gangs here in town is gonna be making moves on us, so things have been a little hush hush recently. I'm sure the boss would look favorably upon a newcomer if that problem were to just go away. You know what I'm saying?
them dang other gangs. I know everything about them other gangs. I am the gang guy who knows about them gangs. But just for fuck's sake, will you tell me where this other gang may reside, what colors they wear, what they're all about?
He's like, Ray, well, as you are the self-professed gang master, knower
That's
of
right.
the gangs, you would know then that us hammerheads, we hate them screw boys over there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, them dang screw boys. That's right. We are the hammerheads, Seen my helmet? I have been a long dedicated hammerhead for a long time. I just arrived back in town from out of town.
Hat you got going there.
Yeah, it's true. It's very true. So these screw
My
boys,
time.
huh?
Yeah. Them screw boys, from what I've heard, they found something deep below the bastion in them old mines.
There's gold up in them mines. Sorry.
What they don't know, is what's actually down there. And they're planning to raid our establishment here because we got the one access panel down to the mines that's still open.
That's right. You're absolutely correct that we do have that thing. We have been down there. We know all about everything down there, us hammerheads. I do tell you what. Well, has anyone been down there recently? Have they been down there to check and make sure them screw boys didn't get in there?
He said, ain't no screw boys getting past me on my watch. I'm here all the time.
That's good. Hey, you know you can trust me, right? The best gang knower of all gang guys around. If you ever need to go take a whizzer and need me to watch the hatch, I got you, brother. Now, what do you say I buy you a drink, a large one, something that'll go down fast?
He says, I don't mind if I do. And he mixes himself a double rusty nail.
Right.
That fucking traitor! Kill him.
So we'll cut over.
Talk about those screwdrivers and shit.
What? No, these are the hammerheads, and he's drinking rusty nails.
Mm.
The screw boys, they drink screwdrivers.
There you go.
Mm.
You know? As you know.
Mm-hmm.
And creepily, they're all named Phil.
I'm leaving. I'm over it.
But yeah, Fatendrink, you went into the bathroom and
it was also code for me as character. Also had to go to the bathroom.
You go into the bathroom and there's a bunch of Hammerhead gang members in the bathroom. You know, some of them are actually like doing what you're supposed to do in the bathroom. Others are like doing just like they're blowing giant rails of like white powder off of hand mirrors.
I completely ignore it, and I if I see any that like look at me, I use my illusion power to make my piss sound deeper just to intimidate them.
There you go.
Yeah, you take like real
Just the
deep
power play.
piss. You take a real deep piss. One of the guys like looks up like as you come out the stall, and he's like, "Well, all right then." He's like, "Cause you're not like you're a pretty skinny dude, you know." Or
I'm a
like,
5'8", slender, fucking business-looking man.
Yeah.
And then just here,
he's kind of
powerfully
taking it
rocking a
back.
piss.
He's like, "Oh, well, I didn't." All right then, partner. He's like, "You want some cocaine?"
I see the rest of the
his mirror.
I am gonna roll a d20 for this. High, I get high. Low, I stick to my morals. I'm snorting up.
Yeah, hell yeah. So
Right
you
on
start
the
partying
First,
with the
I think
dudes
for
in
the
bathroom.
first time in my career, I am getting inebriated.
Ooh. So yeah,
that
you a
I'm
couple
fine
of
with
minutes.
alcohol, but I think this is my first drug usage experience.
So like the scene, this is how I'm imagining the scene. You guys like enter in. Dr. Fatendrunk peels off immediately to go take a piss, and you have the other three of you go up to the bar, and Tom has the conversation at the bar about the screw boys trying to break in so they can get down into the mines. Pretty much after you buy him a drink and you start like turning around to kind of just look out at the rest of the bar, as you would when you first enter a new establishment.
Oh, before anything else happens, I do want to say to the bartender, be like, also, I thought I seen something wildly going on out front. Although I wasn't out there, none of us were. We weren't outside, but something wildly might have happened. All right,
Make a deception check.
none of us was out there, but
Come on.
I'm gonna spend my hero point. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Oh God.
The dwarf kind of like slugs back his rusty nail a bit, and just as he's about to like question you further about why you would say something like that, the bathroom doors just fly open like it's getting kicked open or something. Lots of like over the music, these like 6'4", 6'6", like burly, like biker looking gang, like humans and like half orcs and stuff. They come out, they're laughing up a storm. They're all wired, like wide-eyed, tiny pupils, and you just see Fatendrunk like in the middle of this group, and they're like, "Holy shit! Did you see that guy go? I couldn't believe. Hey, even old Daryl over there, he never pissed that loud before. This guy's a fucking madman."
Right.
Like the whole bar
you-
just like turns and looks at you, Fatendrunk.
I feel like Fatendrunk would act completely different, like high, you know? He goes from, have you seen this thing before, to, hell yeah, brother, I was in there!
Yeah, because I mean, this is cocaine, man. Like, this is a fucking upper.
I definitely think it brings out more of the orcish side of me, like the natural orc side, and not like the intellectual orc side in my genetics. In like, it's almost, I wouldn't say like a blood rage, but like I am feral beyond anything that I have ever been in my life.
Nice. Hell yeah! So like
Like
what?
so like they like are like talking about, like, I've never seen him Daryl kick, like, do it, and I kicked through the door, and it almost like, for once, like in my frail body, it, like there was actually some moment of strength. I just walk out, you just see like my eyes just like almost like the entire iris is red, and I just woo.
All right.
Yeah. Some of
Been
the
snowboarding in the bathroom before.
What has Fatendrunk gotten into?
you see like some of these big dudes, they start calling over to the bartenders like, yo, Girk, get this guy some rusty nails. We gotta get this guy some rusty nails in him right now. And he's like completely distracted from anything that you had said, Tom, and he starts like mixing up some drinks. And, you know, Fatendrunk and these like big dudes come over and they start like slugging back some drinks, you know. I'll say, Ty, while all this is happening, I will have Calvin help you on an investigation check here. So if you want, I can roll investigation for Calvin, and then if I succeed, it will add some points to your roll.
Together are distracting the crap out of these people, so y'all could totally investigate around.
Oh, good
Right
God,
now.
I finally rolled.
Yay!
All right. Well, you know what? I lied anyway. I don't have any training in investigation. So while all this is happening, you notice that there is a set of stairs in the back corner of this place that kind of goes down. People aren't really paying attention to you. You kind of like walk over there. And you can see like at the bottom of this like staircase, there's this rather like fancy looking wooden door. There's like a frosted glass in it. And you can't make it out from the top of the stairs. But there seems to be like some writing, like some kind of script, on the frosted glass.
If everybody seems a bit distracted by Mr. Fatendrunk over there, I'm gonna slip down these stairs
Nice.
and see what's written all over that door.
Nice. So you can see, it is written in Orcish. Do you speak Orcish?
Do I speak Orcish?
You ever play Stabby Fingers?
I don't have any languages written down, because
I don't think we.
Damn.
nope.
And then
I
there's
don't
me
think
where I can literally speak every language.
Yeah, so
The
no, I do
one
not
guy
have
who could
any
probably
language
be
written.
helpful in this situation, the half orc, who literally can speak every language, is the one that's high as shit at the bar, causing the distraction.
Right?
I will have to invest in some languages. Nope, I
Fair
only
enough.
speak Gnomish and Common.
Fair enough. All
Alright.
right.
Now,
So
which one-
you can't see
which one
what
is
like
full
what's
magic?
written on the door. Do you want to like check inside the door?
Oh
Or
yeah.
do you just want to
Oh yeah. I'm gonna see if the door will open up and kind of poke my head around a corner type thing.
Yeah. So the door seems unlocked. Are you doing this stealthily, or are you just like walking in there?
I'm doing it quietly because I'm not actually going to enter in the room. I want to open it up and look.
Gotcha. Go ahead and give me a stealth check to see if you can do this quietly and surreptitiously.
Now I'm getting my damn rolls.
Yeah.
So the
Gotta burn those that
22.
once first.
The 22. You kind of like poke your head in. The room is dimly lit. Like, you knew that because there's a glass, window. But the room's kind of dimly lit. At first, you kind of like give a listen to see, like, and then you kind of like poke your head in and a little bit further, and then you realize this looks like somebody's office. There's like a nice oak desk. There's like a sort of like one of those like fancy kind of rugs, it's got like all like the patterning and kind of like fringes on like the two ends. I forget like in real world like who makes those kinds of rugs, but like good like fancy rug, a couple of chairs, there's like a little wet bar, in there and stuff. But there doesn't seem to be anybody in here. And there does happen to be on the other side of the office behind like where the person whose office this is, where to be sitting behind the desk. There's another door that is partially ajar. And it looks like it leads to like a dark area behind there. You're not sure. There's like no light coming from the cracked open door or anything.
I will slowly make my way into the room and listen at the door.
Give me a. You know what? No, you
Make
don't
my
need to make a
way.
perception check.
Drink.
This room is pretty like sound insulated, so it's not hard to like hear. You can hear like the low humming of machinery and stuff, which is kind of standard for this town. And you can also hear like almost like a hollow, like echoey kind of like thing. Like you think like maybe there's like a long hallway or like maybe like a shaft or something like down this area.
And there doesn't seem to be light coming through the door.
No.
Right. I'm gonna slide the door open a bit. I am not entering into the room, but I want to slide the door open a little bit more and look to see if indeed this is the descent into the tunnels.
Right. So do you have like dark vision or anything as a gnome? I think gnomes might have dark vision.
Gnomes do, yes.
So yeah,
Yes.
as you open this door, some of the light from the room that you're in kind of like spills into this hallway. You can see the hallway goes back about like 20 feet or so, underground, like back like horizontally about 20 feet. But it also seems to like slope down a little bit. You can see just at the like end of your like dark vision, there seems to be a kind of like a cage like wall, like a grated kind of lattice work that you think you could like pull to the side or something like that. And then beyond that, it's just darkness, and even the floor looks pitch black compared to like the metallic kind of like the floor surface is like metal, and it's got like little kind of like Lego kind of like circles on it, for like traction. It's like a textured metal floor, but then after the metal gate, it's just black, and it's probably like a 10 by 10, maybe 15 by 15 square that's just black after this metal gate.
By my guess, this is indeed the descent. I will slide the door, not all the way closed, but I'll slide it back to the partially cracked open that it was, and scoot my way back upstairs.
Gotcha. So by the time you get back upstairs, Tom, have you taken to drinking with Faten Drunk and these guys that he's made friends with?
Yeah, I'm definitely pretending.
Definitely.
All right, now here's the deal. One person invisible at all times. Anytime he gets stabbed, he's got to take a drink. Ready?
As I do this, I make an illusion of someone standing there, and like I put my hands.
I loved it. Do it again.
It's like
What this little thing right here? Down here.
It's great.
Little grabbly little thing right here. All right.
You're like, if you're gonna shoot me up, you're gonna have to put it in my toes. My mom checks my arms.
Exactly. So like as everyone's like paying attention to me, I like casually like make an illusion of like a man standing like in the back of the crowd, and I like kind of like slither my way to my illusion, put my hands like where its shoulders would be, and dispel the illusion and make it look like I made the man invisible.
Nice.
Now go.
Okay. What the fuck?
So the game is that you're trying to stab the invisible guy?
The game is that there is a person invisible at all times. If the invisible person gets stabbed, they take a drink.
Oh god. So yeah, some of these dudes are all hopped up on alcohol and cocaine. They all take out like these big old boot knives, and they're just like, "Have at 'em!" It's just
Stab
like
in the air.
wildly stabbing the air. Yeah.
And I'm just at the bar, just like high out of my mind, just taking a drink, just laughing my ass off as I know they're just fucking stabbing at nothing. As I know I have set
a
up.
couple of them
I've
end
set
up
up
like nicking each other, and they're like, "Get out of my way! We gotta make that new guy drink." They're all getting cut up and stuff. It's a good time, you know. It's a pretty
They're
good
all
time.
stabbing each other.
Yeah, I mean they're not trying to stab each other. They just happen to be like getting in the way, you know. Like one guy like puts his arm out, and another guy like stabs crossways, and it like cuts the top of his arm or something like that.
I'm going to make a wide berth around the stabby folks
Yeah.
and make my way to Tom Thomas and whisper in his ear, "I found
my
the way
way.
downstairs."
Drink.
Drink.
We're all DMs. You can't say that.
Yeah. That's why literally, like, I add, even when I'm DMing in my Monday campaign where they don't know about it, I literally say, as you guys make your way, drink to the.
Just ride into it, man.
Yeah. I literally, like, anytime I catch myself saying it, I'm like, as you make your way, drink into the town over there.
All right, so where do you end up, Thaco? I'm sorry for interrupting.
Yeah,
you.
Whispering in your ear that I found the way down into the mines.
Mines, you say? I thought we were looking for caves. Is it mines or is it caves?
Well,
Are the caves full of mines?
one or the other, it's both, but we need to. We were told that there's a way down, that the Screw Boys are going to try and do something with it. I found it. I found the way down.
Nice. So, do we go? Do we wait? Do we make a plan? Do we go down there now?
Don't think he is in his right mind.
That's very true. That's very true.
Don't think there's
Sorry,
any
what?
possible way we're going to get him downstairs without causing more of a scene.
That's more of a scene, you say.
True.
I can do that.
N-
And you just see just the devilish grin just go across my
Oh,
face.
no.
It's like my tusks are showing, like, ever more so than Ty, even in the time that you've known me, than you've ever seen.
This is the only time in my life I'm afraid to punch you in the kidneys.
You probably should be. As
So Fatendrick's
Over-
gonna cause a scene, huh?
apparently. Do I know what like these like screwball guys look like?
Yeah, you know, you've been like, you know, jawing with these guys a little bit. You know, the hammerheads, they're all like, you know, kind of like neutral colors, like rusty, kind of, you know, reds, orange kind of things. The screw boys, they're all like, they got like purple, you know, like that's their colors, purple.
I make one appear near the bathroom door, holding like basically like a weapon of like what would be like a giant screw in his hand.
Yeah.
And with like the sound for my legend, just make him just whistle at all the guys, the stabby guys right now.
Nice. I'll be like, it's the Screw Boy. He killed the two guys out front. Get him.
Yeah. The entire bar just like erupts in like angry screaming as they like start chasing down this screw boy like towards the bathrooms.
Yeah, I make the illusion look like he runs into the bathroom door that is kicked open right now. So then they're all gonna like pile in there trying to fucking find him, and then
Yeah.
try and figure out where the fuck he went. And then they're all gonna get like stuck in there.
Oh yeah.
As I'm just like maniacally laughing at the bar, just like finishing another rusty hammer or rusty nail.
Rusty. Yeah, you throw back your drink.
I'm high on cocaine. I don't
The
fucking know.
bartender, he grabs a baseball bat. It's got a bunch of nails like pounded through it and stuff, and he like jumps over the bar, and like all these guys are starting to rush towards the bathrooms, and they're like pulling out like these giant some of them got like giant hammers, kind of like two-handed maces that you'd like see like in your standard like fantasy setting, except these are like claw hammers, like your standard construction hammer. They're just like real big,
Nice.
like
Love it.
and they're going in.
As they run off, do they drop any supply?
You know what? If I roll low, yes.
Okay.
They do indeed. One of them, so just he's got like this big old bag, it's like a Ziploc sandwich style sized bag, and it's like half full of white powder, and he's like gonna stick his like long pinky nail into it, and he like sees the guy, he's like, oh shit, and he like quickly just puts it on the counter and starts like running towards. He just leaves his whole baggie of cocaine behind it.
I grab it, do the whole like dip on the gums kind of thing as I follow Ty and Tom down into the tunnels.
While they're all distracted, before we go down into the tunnels, I want to reach over the bar and grab whatever weird currency that these people are using and then put it in my pocket. Because, I mean, he's been taking money for these drinks, right?
Yeah.
This is the Old West,
That is true.
This fucking
I don't know
so
what-
you find...
I cause a distraction. He's fucking looting the bar. I mean, it's smart.
They're bad
but
people, We rob from the bad,
Yeah.
All right,
it's
Robin
the
Hood,
poor.
calm down there,
Yep.
Chief.
So you find like the cash box, and in the cash box, there's like a mix of some currencies, but overwhelmingly are these very durable like silicone chips. They're like about the size of like a standard dog tag, so they're about like 1.5 inches by like 1 inch or whatever. And they've got some kind of gnomish script on them. I don't know if you read gnomish, but they're just like standard denominations, 1s, 5s, 10s, that kind of thing. They're also color coded,
Okay.
via color, via denomination. So like
Neat.
one is like a light blue kind of silicon kind of chip, and then like the other
So-
you have different colors.
Just tell me this whole bar sequence wouldn't make for a good little comic strip. I mean, swear to God. Even getting in,
It would
As-
be
Great.
interesting.
But okay, so
There's a lot.
as
It's
we
very
go down-
chaotic.
interesting time, and
Chaotic.
Good Pretender Drunk is
for
probably
Tim Drunk, are
having
you
the
gonna
most fun.
see the orcish on the wall? Can I kind of point it out and be like, "Hey, can you read that?"
If someone points it out to me, I will be able to translate it. But I think in my current state of inebriation, I don't think my mind is on reading things.
Words,
My mind
yeah.
is, yeah.
Okay, I'll point it out. I'm like, "Hey,
What was that? And I try and focus enough to read what's on the wall.
So you read like what's on the glass of the door. It says Goedirt Varbu is like the guy's name. It's like a monikered thing. Here, I'll type it.
Yeah. Hey.
Gesundheit. And I'm just going to keep walking into the room to the back door. Open up the back door and walk down towards that steel grate lattice work
Did-
thing.
Does that name ring a bell to me, especially since it's like written in Orcish?
Not particularly. I mean, it's
Okay.
probably an orcish name.
Yeah.
But as of right now, in your current state,
Yeah, I figured
does
not, but I just
yeah. You would know Varbu is not a very common orcish surname, but Garrick is kind of like a pretty.
Yeah.
You know.
So most likely he's similar to me, where he's a half orc and he got his first name orcish and the last name yet to be determined in my state of consciousness.
So you guys go into the. Are you going to do anything in the office proper before heading down that hallway?
I'm not comfortable doing anything in this office with my friend being in an altered state of mind.
I sit behind the desk, put my feet. I put my feet up on the desk and start like rummaging through like the drawers and shit.
Cool. Give me an investigation check. It's
23.
You find a pair of silvered, or like when I say a
What
pair,
about
like
the
a full 4 set of silvered horseshoes?
What? Yeah. What about the item? The item in chat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He just found.
Oh,
He just finds
okay.
a full set of these silvered horseshoes. They seem to like almost vibrate in your hand. Very slight vibration in your hand. You're not sure if that's the drugs or if that's the horseshoes.
Calvin.
What?
Calvin.
Yeah.
What?
You know what these are?
This voice, dude.
You know what these are? They're horseshoes.
You know what these are?
Yeah,
but they're like
silvered horseshoes.
They're like vibrating.
Calvin, already a squinter, squints even more.
His eyes disappeared.
He like picks them up in his hand. He's like, "Yeah, that is strange. I don't know. I'm just detecting that they're silver horseshoes. I guess that maybe they're magical or something." He'll toss them over to Ty's. Ty's like, "What do you make of these?"
It's not the drugs. Got it.
They're horseshoes. I need more time to look into them.
God damn it.
This is fair enough.
I'm gonna throw them in my bag. We'll look at them when we're done.
Maybe they'll be lucky for
it. Lucky.
So
all right. We gotta go back down this hallway.
You end up going down the hallway.
Is the chair behind the desk like a swirly chair? Or is it just like a regular fucking chair?
No, it's like a nice like leather, and it kind of like reclines and it does spin around. Yeah.
I am rolling that bitch. I am rolling that bitch down the hallway as they're like walking. I'm like spinning, and anytime we stop, I just start spinning in circles.
I think Calvin, like, as you guys like start getting back there, and you can kind of see like, okay, so this is an elevator shaft. He's going to simultaneously, he's gonna tell you. He's like, stand up. We can't take the chair with us. And he's gonna like reach out and he's gonna like pull the lever for the elevator, and you hear the mechanism start like raising this elevator up. And he's at the same time gonna force push the chair back into the office.
Nice.
I reached to try and go for the chair, but like with all of the inebriation in my system, I know like my reaction time is nowhere near what it would be. So like it's already like halfway down the hall, and then like as soon as it's already halfway down, like I just start reaching for it. And then I'm just sad just because I don't have my fancy chair.
So yeah, a few minutes go by, and it's a long elevator, ride.
How long of hair does Calvin have?
Probably like just past shoulder length.
I'm just sitting there like looking at him, like since like he's the one who told me to get out of the chair and the chair moved away. I'm just like, like if you ever got cold, you could like you could like shave it off and make a blanket, like for survival.
You're trying to insult him? Like,
I'm trying to, but like, I can't, but like that's like the best I can come up with. Like,
you could be, make a sleeping bag for your hair.
Calvin just like pulls out like
Sure,
a
I don't-
flask out of his poncho and just like takes a drink and puts the lid back on. He's like, puts it away. And then the elevator kind of comes to a creaking stop, and then the little metal gate kind of just automatically gets pulled aside. It's like it almost seems like it's like on a spring, and like as like the metal cage of the elevator reaches the top, it like hits a little hook and the like zips across and like opens up for you.
One down. And I'm gonna push Doc in first.
There you go.
Yeah, you push your Doc in, and
I start skipping down the hallway.
everybody else hops in. I'm assuming. I know Calvin does.
Yeah.
And any of the other potential characters who may show up, as you know, we don't know who's gonna be here from week to week. But maybe Chaos Cannon, maybe Amos. Who knows? Yeah, everybody hops in the elevator, and as you descend down into the mines, I think that is where we're going to say critical hits and critical fails. These are not the Ozrin Tales. This is the all proved adventures of Alhaith. I need to come up with a rhyme for this game. God damn it! Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, everybody. Thako, let them know.
So like,
what you
it ends with us like descending down this fucking elevator. Neat, very
ends with
cinematic.
Descending down into the darkness.
Nice.
Fade to black. All right, I am DM Thako, one of the many players and or DMs from Dragons in the Dining Room, where we play a bunch of D&D, board games, video games, talk about D&D on Mondays, and just hang out with all you people out there in viewer land. One of the great many friends of Heroes Approved. That would be the first link that you see in chat right there. Hero Approved. Check it out.
Hell yeah. We'll go over here to Domilton. What are you doing this week?
You know, if you're like think about like just like doing that, you just what am I doing this week? Tomorrow I will be over on the Goedirt channel for Secrets of Chicago. I don't know what's going on. I gotta figure out what's going on tomorrow. Tomorrow is a weird day. I've got things going on, but then we've also got like a couple things going on. So like we'll see what happens.
But tomorrow on Goedirt's channel, got you.
Potentially. On Sunday, once my stuff is done, I will be streaming on my personal channel, probably grinding Apex because I still need to get to Diamond before Tuesday, because Tuesday is the start of the new split. So I need to get to grinding. So if you want to see me do some shooty bang bangs, hop on over to my channel on Sunday, as I probably lose my fucking mind.
Nice.
Shooty bang bangs.
Shooty bang bangs.
Yeah.
Bang bang.
Turkey, what you got going on?
Well, I am Turkadur. I'm from the Grouchcouch, obviously. I do all the things over there at that Grouchcouch channel. Loads of fun, lots of good little tingy tangs. We're currently in our off season, so we're doing some fun stuff. This Friday, so tomorrow, we're doing Community and Drunks, which is going to be loads of fun. I still have one player spot open. If any of you guys watching want to play, it's going to be tomorrow night around 6 p.m. PST. We're doing Community and Drunks, which is basically Drunks and Dragons, but it's community players for Flag and Fridays. We're going to start doing more stuff like that on Flag and Fridays. Very exciting. Also, dang, I guess the cat's out of the bag now. Anyway, we are my camera's all messed up. I was just trying to fix it, but I just for our off season, we're going to be doing a Barry adventure thing. So Barry's going to be going back in time. Barry and Reggie are two of our favorite Drunks and Dragons characters we've ever had. So we're going to be doing an off season shoot with them for 3 episodes. And that's not this Sunday. This Sunday, we're not doing Drunks and Dragons. For the first Sunday in 2 years, we won't be live. I know it's insane, but we're doing a lot of prep for off season things and next season things. So we're doing Barry and Reggie adventure after that. And we're super excited about it. Going to do some time traveling, and it's going to be loads of fucking fun. You know, we're hoping to get some reverse roles going for Barry and Reggie. So the cat's out of the bag. You already know what that deal is. Yeah. So that's the deal with me. Yeah, and I think it's.
So as you're saying, Connor's going to be in a suit.
What?
What? You said so. Connor's gonna be in the suit.
Oh no,
no.
I was trying to still stick with the voice that you just liked so much. Apparently,
I do. I think it's only because I haven't heard you use that before, so it's very good.
I've done like the gritty before, but a lot of times I go deeper with it. So I just brought it up higher because it made sense to like flip the complete tone for Dr. Potendorunk.
I like it.
Oh yeah,
Like,
me too.
I'm here for like a little greedy, but like this, I'm like up here kind of. You're like,
so you guys check out. You guys check out Thegrouchcouch tomorrow for the community night. And then for me here on this channel, I know I haven't streamed much this week. Tomorrow we're still trying to figure out a time. Potentially at 3 in the afternoon, potentially 9 at night Eastern. You can hop in my Discord. Let me grab a link for that. You can hop into my Discord. There should be an alert in the stream alerts, I think is where I put it. You can vote on a time, but we're going to be watching a movie tomorrow. I've been kind of overwhelmed, so I haven't been streaming, but I still want to do stuff with the community. And there was a particular movie that was released. You know, a particular director's cut of a certain movie that was released that we're going to be watching in the Discord. You know, that may be on a
Shawshank Redemption.
Certain HBO Max movie that was released. But you know, we're gonna maybe watch that 4-hour movie tomorrow instead of doing my 4-hour stream. And yeah, then this Saturday, everybody, we're gonna be playing episode 2 of a Crash Pandas series, I guess. I don't know. It's not going to be weekly. It's basically a series of one-shots, but I had a lot of people who wanted to play that couldn't make it last week who can make it this week, so we're going to do Crash Pandas again this week. Last week, the Little Raccoon Racers all piloted their car from Santa Monica all the way out to Barstow, and this week they're going from Barstow out to Vegas. In their
sick,
little...
dude. So like, are you actually doing like a consistent Crash Pandas game?
Yeah, we're doing a
That's
little
cool,
mini
man.
Kinda, it is the Trans-American Raceway or something. I don't know. I don't have a name for it. But basically the concept is they're going to like pick up and drop off raccoons all along the way, but they're basically trying to race from the Santa Monica Pier to Coney Island in New York.
Nice, dude.
A whole way across the United States.
Crash Pandas meets Death Race.
Yeah, exactly. Crash Pandas meets Death Race, exactly. Last week they succeeded in burning half of Ryan Reynolds' face off because they made him get into it. He was one of the racers, and they crashed his car in a big fiery explosion. But yeah, it's a real fun time. And then I think next week I should be back doing more artwork for Spaceship Zero stuff. And then so this Saturday Crash Pandas. The following week we got something special planned. If I can get a full group of people to play a game called Brindlewood Bay, which is a Golden Girls meets Murder, She Wrote kind of thing, like these old ladies solving mysteries. And then the week after that, Sangretti, longtime cast member on my channel here, Sangretti is going to be DMing an ongoing D&D campaign, 5th edition D&D campaign. So I get to be a player, and then as I continue to do the artwork for Spaceship Zero, and then hopefully at the end of the D&D thing that Sangretti is running, I'll have Spaceship Zero ready to go.
Nice,
but
dude.
yeah,
Sounds like a good plan.
that is what we got going on here. Let me just double check, make sure he's still on. He is. We're gonna raid a new friend of mine. Turkey introduced him to me. We're gonna raid Dratsum
Dratsum.
right here.
Dratsum.
He's a
I
real
love
cool
this man.
dude.
He doesn't know it. Don't tell him. I'll be embarrassed. But I love this man.
He's really cool. Super fun to hang
I
out
love
with.
Drax.
Normally,
But
you
don't
know,
be jealous.
we like to raid into
There's a lot
like
of men that I
other
love.
tabletop stuff. He's playing Dark Souls, but
Y'all hear very
he's a
cool.
really cool dude.
I'm fucking
And,
rude.
yeah,
If I-
we're gonna
Play
raid
her
into
in the background.
Dratsum.
Hell yeah.
Next-
He's a really cool dude, man.
Next All Haven is gonna be on Thaco's channel, I believe.
Dragon to the dining room.
Yep.
Dom is gonna be the DM.
Stop. Yeah.
And it is going to be on April 1st, actually, is going to be our next thing. So, you know, come on in and try and prank us, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna figure out something. You'll see.
It'll be fun. We're going to have fun with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, April 1st on Dragons in the Dining Room with Dungeonsanddom being our next DM for All Haven episode 6. Have a great night, everybody.
Yeah, dude.
See you next time.
Alrighty.
Bye.
It's already been 6
Bye,
episodes.
Bye.
Yeah,
Bye.
that's a lot of time.